Yeah, I put out a lot of videos on ParaZappers, and I'm going to say, ever since I got this ParaZapper MY3, I've been using this thing all the time. This one. Um, because it's got everything all these other ones got. And I typically started at 10,000 hertz. It's a single frequency mode. Then I'll use that for a while to get down. I'll use the 5,000 hertz. And then sometimes I get into mode 1 where it goes through a lot of frequencies, or mode 2 or mode 3. But I usually started towards like the single frequency mode. I like that 10,000 hertz, but it's dead on accurate. But what I use it so much, this one will use a little bit more battery power than the CC2 or the 6-pack. The Uzi 3 uses quite a bit of battery power too, and the My Plus, it's an older model right before the My 3. But what else I do is I just use rechargeable batteries. Now, to tell you the truth, the way YouTube is, for all I know, it's going to be illegal for me to even say this on YouTube. They'll say in the future, not right now, but considering how they're doing all this crazy stuff. But it's my opinion that this zapper, if you use it a real lot, it's not like it's something you use for 5 minutes. In other words, you can wear it, you could set it up, maybe you could put it in your waist belt, you can put one in, hook to your wrist and one hook to your leg or something, or your waist belt. And if you use it a lot, if you're using a lot of hours a day, it does do a good job. Because I could say this is the words of Hulda Clark, although, we're going to say, where's the scientific proof of it? Well, she wrote a lot of books that had the medical tests and results of what her work was. It wasn't the zapper was the only thing, but it was also detoxification, nutrition, and all that. But this is a better zapper than what Hulda Clark uses. But she invented, what she started with was the positive offset, the 100% positive offset. And these all have the 100% positive offset, plus a number of frequencies that have been researched thoroughly. Although they're by amateur researchers, they've been around for a number of years. It's got a lot of the main frequencies in the consolidated annotated frequency list. You can look that up. You just do a search, CAFL, and you can see the frequencies and what they're alleged to do. But this zapper, I think it's got 288 frequencies in it, I believe. Some of the other ones might have, like the 6-pack, the lowest price one will have 14 frequencies, but I use this one almost exclusively all the time. Ever since I got this one, I've just been using this one, the My3. It's more money, but it's worth it. And it's my opinion that, you see, with the body, you can have problems whereby microbes are in the blood. Now, the immune system's supposed to take care of it, but the positive offset is supposed to knock out any microbes and also help boost the immune system at the same time. I think it works as an electron donor for the immune system cells. That's the claims of Hulda Clark. But the deal is that, when you're trying to figure out, if you look up on a consolidated annotated frequency list, you say this frequency addresses this or whatever, so you're going to use this whatever particular mode in this thing. Well, you might not guess it right, because even if you might not diagnose your problem right. Really this technology should be in conjunction with a doctor, but it's never going to happen, because it would put pharmaceutical right the hell out of the freaking door. It'd be gone. They'd be done with. But the deal is that if you use this technology and say you got the wrong frequency with the positive offset, it's still going to boost the immune system, and it's still going to work against all microbes. It's better if you get the right frequency plus the positive offset together, but the fact that you're using a positive offset will help. It'll still knock out the microbes eventually. It'll take longer, but it'll work, even if you got the wrong frequency. Now, that's the thing where you want to use this a lot of hours. Now, the other side of it is this. If you're addressing like they'll say 75 to 90% of your immune system's in your gut, right? So if you're taking some colloidal silver, coconut oil, or things or garlic, that can knock out microbes in your gut. Because actually, if you're looking at, say for instance, a person has a blood infection, a lot of times it's starting from the gut. If you're looking at it, you know, somebody put a tube down their GI tract and they looked through like a camera, you could see all the teeming microbes in the gut, and they're actually going into the bloodstream. This thing, well, I don't want to make a claim here, but I'm 100% sure it would knock out any problems in the blood. But the problem is, say the problem is starting in the gut. I don't know if the Zapper is going to reach the gut that well, but if you could combine it with, say, coconut oil, which is an antimicrobial, garlic, and, say, you know, apple cider vinegar, and colloidal silver water, well, you know, and vitamin C, you're going to be knocking out most of the problems that are in the gut where it's starting. And then you can also address what's flowing by in the blood with the Zapper, and also gets the lymph system, and also anywhere it can reach. But it is a fantastic tool, and I've just been using the MY3 now. Ever since I got this, it's like I stopped using these other ones, man. It's like, I think it was maybe a week or two after I got this one. I've just been using this one only. I usually started on 10,000 hertz, which is a mode quite a bit down here on the list. You can set it to where you can have it wherever you want to start it. And then I'll put it on 5,000 hertz because it goes 10,000. The next mode would be 6,000, which is good for Parkinson's, I found that out. And 5,000, which is a blood cleanser, 5,000 hertz. Then it goes to 4 hertz, the next mode, then 3.9. Then, it goes to from 5,000 to 15.2, which is double the human earth frequency. Then 4 hertz, then 3.9, then 1 hertz. I actually use the 1 hertz. I don't know, you know, for some reason, subjectively, it seems to feel good. I don't know what the hell it's doing exactly, but there's been, if you look up on 1 hertz, it has a number of things where it works with, I don't know, pain management, fibromyalgia, or whatever. It seems to, I don't know, it seems relaxing. I don't know why the hell that is, but sometimes I use the 1 hertz quite a bit. Then I'll flip it around and it'll go all the way back into Rife Mode 1, which will go through a bunch of frequencies, and I'll use that quite a bit, Rife Mode 1, 2, or 3. I actually don't get into all the modes. But there's a lot of modes in there, and so you could start it out wherever the hell you want it to. Depends on, you know, what you think works best for you. But what I like about this is that it does work as long as you use it a lot. Now, there's one thing I found for specific, boy, I don't even want to say this, man, but because, you know, YouTube's getting freaking really stupid with this, but I'm going to tell you honestly, and I don't want to say how I found it, because you're going to think I haven't actually put out any videos on spooky in a long time, because, you know, people are thinking I'm some kind of salesman for these guys, and I'm not. I don't even know, you know, I'm not. The hell with it. It's like, but I don't want to say exactly what I experimented with, because then maybe, I don't know, because everything's a freaking problem today, whatever you say on the internet, right? But the one thing I found with this spooky plasma, which I got over there, you know, just the wires and stuff. There's Goldie the cat over there. Is that the plasma does run the actual right frequencies that knock out cancer. It runs to 2 right frequencies, and it has in the software we can run that stuff, and that stupid thing does work. You got to have it against your body, but it works. I don't want to say any more than that. You think I'm full of it? Fine. I'm not, you know, it's within this video. I'm not really trying to push that too much, because eventually, you know, the crooked medical system out there and you know, in the strong-armed goons in YouTube are not going to be allowing me to even say this. As far as I'm concerned, they're not even allowing me to freaking put out something on a gasoline car, because it'll be Google cars and electric. I'm getting burned up at a lot of these people, but I'm going to keep putting a lot of videos out there, and I'm going to probably put it, you know, if they try to shut me down, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go balls to the wall with various ISPs and various channels, and I'm going to upload stuff non-monetized under all these different names under various ISPs and use their bandwidth up and have them pay for it. Have a nice day. That'll be my kind of partnership right there. because I'm getting burned up at this crap now. But anyway, this thing does work. I don't want to say too much specifically. This thing does work. If you use it the hell out of it, it does work. The MY3, you know, I forgot what the heck this thing cost, man. It's several $100, right? This thing was a few $100. Not this one. This one's like 100 something. This one's like 160 something. I don't know. They keep changing the prices. This one's several $100, but it works like crazy, and it's going to be working for you for many years. I use this thing at least 8 hours a day, and I feel great. So I don't know. What the hell can I tell you, man? It's almost like, I don't even know why I bought all these other things, because I guess it's like they're extras, you know? Sometimes when I go someplace, I don't like to take this one because it's more money. I might take the 6-pack or the CC2 because I'm afraid, you know, maybe something will happen to it. So I usually take one of these jobbers. I also like the Uzi 3 on mode 1 especially. And this Uzi 3 turned out to be pretty damn accurate, man. I was pretty surprised. I tested it on the leader LDC frequency counter. This thing is really good too. They're all really good. But I wound up using this one all the time. I've just been, ever since I got this over a month ago, that's all I've been using. It's a really, really good zapper, man. So, anyway, I'm happy with it. The only thing is, if you get something like this, don't go buying batteries all the time. Get yourself rechargeable batteries. These are low self-discharge Tenergies. And, I don't know, it's just a charger. It doesn't take long to freaking charge them up. Because the higher end zappers, a ParaZapper, will go through the batteries a little faster. I found out the 6-pack and the CC2, the batteries last longer. But it don't matter if you're using rechargeables, you know. I mean, it easily lasts the 8-hour session. There's no problem there. But usually I run it probably 8 to 10 hours a day on these zappers. And I'm really, you know, I wasn't sure about this technology until I started experimenting with it over a number of years. This stuff does do something. It's not like, you just can't use it 5-10 minutes a day and expect it to do a whole bunch. No way. No way. It's got to be, you got to put the time into it. And the only way, see, that's the problem with Spooky, though, if you're using a contact mode. How the heck are you going to be near a computer for umpteen hours a day? You know, I do acknowledge their plasma is freaking great, but you got to make sure you know the exact frequency. They do have the right cancer frequencies, though. That's interesting. Boy, I probably shouldn't say that, but I'm just dropping a hint, okay? I'm not telling you some BS or nothing. I'm just dropping you a hint. Because I'll tell you one thing, if once the word gets out that cancer's cured, the big hammer is going to come down. You're going to say, community guidelines strike. Well, good. As long as they don't have it. I got this stuff. I'm glad I got it, and I don't care, you know. I'm getting burned up with these guys, to tell you the truth. But anyway, over and out. But this thing is excellent. Excellent. It's like, you know, it probably is smart to have an extra zapper besides just this one. But it's probably, you know, I guess if you don't know about this junk, you want to probably get one of the cheaper ones. Then if you really, really like it, go up to the top of the line. You know, in other words, you know, maybe you don't want to invest a lot of money right from the beginning till you figure out, hey, this works. I wasn't sure what was working. And I don't want to say how I know, and I don't want to say how I know even about the plasma stuff with Spooky, with the cancer setting. Because, but I'm 100% sure of it. I don't give a damn what anybody tells me. Fine, you do what the hell you want. But I don't know what I'm doing. And, you know, for the price of these zappers, you ever see like some technician, not even a doctor, walks in a hospital and reads a chart for like 5 minutes? They charge you $100 for that garbage right there. That's it. As long as your insurance pays for it. And maybe your insurance won't pay for it, right? Just because some tech freaking looked at a chart. Or a doctor says, hi, Hey, that'll be another $300. I said, hi, I did the visit. That's a counseling. I'll write that down. Medicare, Medicaid fraud all over the place. But they concentrate on this stuff like this is wrong. Get out of here. I'm getting burned up at them. I'm telling you the truth, man. I really am. But what are you going to do? You know? But I do realize, the formula for making money on the internet for the guys on the other side is the advertisers. The way to fight them is this. If everybody just uploads everything and just uploads and uploads and uploads and nobody freaking runs any ads, it's free web space. Thank you. That's one way I might be playing this approach here in the future, because I'm getting tired of this garbage. Go scorched earth. I work as an accountant, so I don't really care.